Double Identity. Chapter 4. The Thing I Buried. I closed the journal slowly. My hands were no longer shaking. They were steady. Too steady. The younger version of me had seen it all. The misalignment. The quiet compromises. The way I kept shrinking in spaces that required me to expand. And she had written something I could no longer ignore. I am becoming someone I don't recognize. The words felt heavier now than they probably did back then. Because I knew something she didn't. She hadn't finished becoming that someone. I had. For years, I thought growth meant endurance. Push through. Stay strong. Make it work. But what if growth sometimes means interruption? What if the most dangerous thing isn't change, but staying? I stood up and walked toward my closet. My eyes scanned the clothes, the colors I chose, the styles I adopted, the image I curated. How much of it was me? And how much of it was who I learned to be? The realization came quietly, not explosive, not dramatic, but undeniable. I didn't bury the journal. I buried myself. And the scariest part? No one noticed. Because the version of me they loved was the version I constructed. I looked back at the open pages one last time. Then I saw something I hadn't seen before. A name. Written faintly at the bottom of the page. Not mine. Not exactly. But close enough to feel personal. Close enough to feel intentional. Close enough to make my stomach tighten. Why would I write that? And why don't I remember it? Suddenly, this wasn't just about growth. It wasn't just about alignment. There were gaps in my own memory. And gaps don't create themselves. I reached for my phone instinctively. There was one person who might know. One person I hadn't spoken to in years. One person connected to that name. My finger hovered over the contact. If I press this, everything changes. I took a breath, and this time, I didn't hesitate.